2, 3, let's switch this up.
Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Casey Marie, but y'all can call me Casey. We are welcoming in 2022 with a bang. This year is going to be a good year. Last year was for growing. This year is for conquering. So welcome to my YouTube channel. So most of the time on this channel, I will be discussing fashion and styling. So if you like that, you should definitely subscribe. And today we're gonna start out with my 2022 trend predictions. So let's just hop right into that. Okay, listen, I know I just said let's hop right into it, but I want to talk a little bit about trends and fast fashion really quick. So I personally thrift my whole entire wardrobe pretty much. 90% of my wardrobe is thrifted. I also plan on making some fun thrifting content, so stay tuned for that. Many of you probably already know that our trend cycle has sped up significantly within the past couple of years, mostly due to social media, especially TikTok. So with that being said, fast fashion has become super popular. As far as trends go, I know everyone kind of will participate in trends no matter what, because that's kind of what ends up in the stores and even online where we shop. But my advice to you is to just try to follow your own style inside. You know, you don't have to pick up on every single trend, and remember that trends are trends, and as soon as it's super popular and everyone's wearing it, it's gonna be old and boring really fast. So keep that in mind when you're making purchases. Okay, now that I have that out of the way, I do have a list on my phone of my predictions for 2022 trends. So when I made this list, I tried to split it up into a couple different categories. So right now I'm going to start off with overall themes and styles. Okay, so the first thing I have on my list is ballet style. I will be consistently adding photos right over here. So what I mean by this is leg warmers and Uggs. Those are already coming back into style, but I'm really thinking the like pastel colors. There's also kind of a darker aesthetic that can be involved with ballet, and I'm not really sure why I think this. Maybe this is just how I will be dressing in 2022, but I'm really feeling the whole soft girl aesthetic with the buns and the little tiny wrap skirts over like a very dainty silhouette. So my next prediction is that the 2010s fashions are gonna start to kind of creep back up on us again. We just had a super big Y2K revival, which I personally love. And with that being said, as we know, history repeats itself, and this goes for fashion as well. So since we just had Y2K, right after that comes the 2010s, which I know sounds absolutely terrifying, and I am scared as well, and I think it'll actually turn out kind of cute for us. Okay, I'm gonna get more into the exact details of the 2010s fashions that I think are going to come back in just a second. Kind of going along with the ballet and 2010s aesthetic, I think a softer, more Lolita maybe style with lots of lace, I think that is going to be very popular this year. Along with maximalism, I think maximalism is also already kind of in trend, but I think it's just gonna continue, you know, with like layered jewelry, layers of clothing. Strange layering pieces are really popular right now, and I don't think they're going anywhere, because back in the 2010s, y'all remember like layering like tank tops and little shorts under other shorts, and the Abercrombie and Aeropostale t-shirts. So I think we're going to be taking inspiration from that and kind of moving it into a more modern approach. Looping back around to the 2010s fashion, I really think that we're going to see that kind of grunge aesthetic come back from like the Tumblr days. It honestly kind of is already there with the dark and light academia kind of styles, but I think it's going to be more of like the skater skirt with the high knee socks kind of look, and honestly I'm super into that. The 2010s was such an interesting time. I would love to do a whole like style analysis on the 2010s, because It was a little scary. But with that being said, some amazing things came out of it, such as the skater skirt, like I just mentioned. I do have that later on the list, so I'm gonna hold off talking about it for now. But I definitely think we're gonna see a rise in that like plaid mini skirt with the high knee socks, with the docks. But I also think we're gonna be mixing in some more feminine aspects, such as lace and pearls into the mix, making it more unique and kind of its own 2020 aesthetic, if that makes sense. So I did already mention plaid a little bit, but I think plaid and flannels are definitely going to be very popular this year. Plaids and mini skirts and button-up layering pieces as well. Plaid is something that never like really goes out of style, but I think it's really going to be in this year, and hopefully will continue on, because I feel like this decade is going to be really interesting for style, so we'll see. Okay, and the last thing on my list for like overall themes is faux fur, which we have already seen being super popular this year. Also, I'm not sure if this is a controversial opinion, but I am a vegetarian and I do not like to support, you know, animal products as much as possible. I think faux fur is the best option, but if for some reason you do really want fur, or if you are gonna purchase fur, I would definitely recommend it being secondhand. Maybe you find it at a thrift store, give it a second life. Purchasing fur secondhand is way more sustainable and definitely better for our little animal friends. So, you know, that's just my tip. We have already seen this year that faux fur has been super popular, ending 2021, heading into 2022. We have these white faux fur hats that are very popular, the knit scarves, all that kind of stuff, which, speaking of which, I'm about to hop into accessories. So before I get ahead of myself, let's do accessories. Okay, so some of these things might be popular heading into the new year, but I think they're just going to stay strong throughout the year. So if you see any of these things and you think, oh my gosh, those are already popular, why are you even talking about them? This is just what I think. Don't take it too seriously. All right, first up on my list is tights. I have been absolutely loving tights this winter time. I've always loved tights, but I usually stick to very basic tights. But this year I have been exploring lots of colors. I've seen lots of other people explore lots of colors, patterns, and this also fits really well into that like 2010s kind of grunge aesthetic, as well as the more girly Lolita style, because it really just adds an extra element and can either make something look super girly. I need to stop saying girly and start saying feminine. But as I was saying, the tights are very versatile for both styles that I think are going to be really popular this year. My next prediction is gloves, which we have definitely already seen coming back into style, which I have been expecting for a long time. I don't wait for trends to happen, I just wear what I want to wear. But I have been waiting and I've been knowing that this is gonna happen, and I am really happy about it. It's really beautiful and fun, and also like functional, you know. Next on my prediction list is pearls, which you can see I do love myself some pearls, and they fit really well into both of the aesthetics that I think are going to be more popular this year. They're also like a great neutral piece and can make anything look more feminine. Basically, I love pearls. I think everyone should have some good pearls in their collection. Pearls are just so pretty. If I see anyone wearing pearls, I'm automatically like, thigh-high socks. I'm really seeing the thigh-high socks with heels, with boots. That is going to be everywhere. Okay, this is way more of a more personal prediction, but I really think hair bows and just hair accessories in general are like kind of on the rise. We've already seen like those big fuzzy hats like I mentioned before, and I think along with the earmuffs, people are starting to be like, oh my gosh, headwear is such a fun accessory to play around with. So I think we're definitely going to be seeing little like hair bows, maybe in the back or even like in the front. I did some braids the other day and I wish I had little hair bows to put at the ends of my braids. And I just think hair bows are gonna come back, even if they're just like small little ribbons. And this kind of leads me into the next thing, because you can kind of match these together depending on your vibe. I'm definitely feeling like ties are gonna come back. Like wearing a tie with your little tank top and your little mini skirt. But I think it's just gonna become like very normal to see people wearing ties, which is really fun. It's a fun accessory. Okay, and my last accessory prediction is weird shaped bags. And what I mean by that is bags shaped like hearts, bags shaped like, I don't know, anything. I am obviously putting photos up so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about, but it's gonna be very like cutesy stuff, if you know what I mean. We definitely saw the Vivienne Westwood heart-shaped bag have its moment. I definitely think that that is going to spin and just kind of do more than we expected. Okay, finally, we're going to make it into the individual pieces that I predict are going to be trendy this year. So the first thing on my list of specific items that will be trendy this year is docks. I don't think docks ever go out of style. They have been in style for forever. They're very timeless. But I think they pair really, really nicely with the rest of the things that are on my list. A lot of my specific items that I predict are shoes, so sorry about that. I think chunky high heels are going to be pretty popular this year. Everyone loves a good platform, a good chunky sneaker, chunky heels, chunky boots. I think we're going to see more of a high heel chunky trend to go along with the dramatics of the lace and the tights and the skirts. Kind of meshing those past two predictions together, I think if you guys remember the Jeffrey Campbell Lita shoes, if you don't, I'll put a picture right here and I'm sure you will remember them. These were the shoe of the time, and I can definitely see them coming back, if not this year, within the next couple of years, which I would not be opposed to. They are going to kill everybody's feet, but they are going to look really, really cute. And once again, I think this pairs really, really nicely with the tights and the thigh highs and that whole vibe. Okay, and my last prediction, which I have already mentioned, is skater skirts, which they're very similar to the tennis skirts that we have been loving recently, but I think it's time that the tennis skirt and the skater skirt kind of become buddies, and you know, we style the skater skirt again. Everyone can appreciate the skater skirt. That's more of a inclusive style than some trends. I feel like skater skirts look good on pretty much anybody. Okay, so those were all my 2022 trend predictions. What do you guys think? Do you think that the 2010s are gonna come back this year, or maybe in a couple years, because it is inevitable? Do not think it's not. With that being said, I didn't watch anyone else's 2022 trend predictions because I was trying to, you know, make my own, make it unique, and hopefully at the end of this year I can come back and watch it and laugh, or maybe think that I'm a psychic, we'll see. And even if these things aren't super popular this year, I will be wearing them. So if you kind of liked what I talked about, make sure you go check out my Instagram. Shameless plug. Everything is linked in the description if you wanna be my friend. Thank you so much for watching, guys. My next video is going to be how to find unique style inspiration. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you please subscribe. I'm gonna try to do weekly uploads, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. Bye bye.